Well, a Muslim party in Belgium says it's preparing to campaign for setting up an Islamic state there. Two candidates from the newly established Islam Party won seats in a recent municipal election. Let's discuss this now with Philip Klaas, a Belgian Euro MP. Thank you so much, Mr. Klaas, for joining RT. Now, the party plans to run in Belgium's national election in 2 years' time. What do you make of their achievements thus far?
Well, of course, it's very worrying to see what's happening now. We see people from with an Islamic background forming their own political parties now and demanding, the introduction of Sharia law and an Islamic state in Belgium. We've always predicted this, but up till now, Muslim people mainly supported socialist parties and other leftist parties, but now they feel apparently confident enough to make their own party and to make their own revendications. And this is something really worrying, I think.
Now, many Belgium cities, including Brussels, have neighborhoods with mainly Muslim populations. Don't you think it's only natural for those people to want their representatives to be in power?
Well, first of all, the people who come into our country, and I'm not talking about just Belgium, but any other country in the European Union, people coming into the EU should adapt to a set of values, I think, should respect the separation of the church and the state, should be in favor of equality of men and women, in favor of the rule of law, freedom of expression. And when we see that people don't accept this, and are going to be candidates in elections, well, I think there's a big problem. There's also a big problem with the fact that people who don't even have our nationality are allowed to vote for local elections in Belgium. And I think this should change. And first of all, also, we should put a stop to this mass immigration of people coming from outside Europe and from mainly Islamic countries, people who cannot and will not adapt to our way of living in Western Europe.
Mr. Klaas, might we see a rise in anti-Muslim sentiment and hate crime, not only in Belgium, as well as elsewhere in Europe?
Well, it's only natural, I think, that many people are worried by the current, evolution. And people are worried if they see, elected people in Brussels now, but it will undoubtedly come in other local places as well. When these people, openly call for the settlement of an Islamic state. We are in Western Europe, and many people don't feel at home in a city where such people are winning elections. And you could say, okay, it's only one seat in two different communes in Brussels, but I'm sure this is only the start of something that will only gain in importance.
And now, very briefly, a separatist candidate was elected the mayor of Antwerp in an election earlier this month. Many see it as a step towards the independence of the Dutch-speaking region of Flanders. How likely is that, do you think?
Well, Flemish public opinion is getting, fed up with the current situation in Belgium, where we see that it has become completely impossible to agree on any major political issue between Flemings and Walloons. The actual federal government doesn't even have a majority on the Flemish side in the Flemish parliament. And this Belgian government doesn't have any democratic legitimacy in Flanders. We make up the majority of the population in Belgium, but we are not even democratically represented within this federal government, because this government is dominated by the French-speaking Socialist Party, and Flanders voted for something completely different.
All right, thoughts and analysis from Belgian Euro MP Philip Klaas, live from Brussels. Thank you.